Good morning, everybody. We have a little party here today. Well, after listening to the Bulldog Beat and watching that video about Travis Morris, we probably can skip that second cup of coffee. I am really energized by having all of you here today. How are you feeling? You energized? Well, I want to welcome you to Fresno State's 5th annual State of the University. As valued partners with our university, I am grateful for your time and support this early in the morning. And I hope that you take pride in knowing that the proceeds from this event will benefit the General Scholarship Fund to make the dream of a higher education come true for our deserving students. So thank you for that. And Vincie, you know, as I do, that the university succeeds because of partnerships with our alumni and friends across the nation, and your leadership of the Fresno State Foundation is critical and appreciated. And together we are widening our circle of supporters and deepening a culture of philanthropy through Fresno State. And in fact, last year, our private support, because of all of you and so many other friends, grew by 23%. How does that sound? And Omar, thank you for your passionate leadership of the Associated Students. I think it was about a year ago, I was standing with Omar at the World Ag Expo in Tulare, and he said to me, "I think I want to run for president. What do you think?" And I think I said something like, "Be bold." And he won. Our community's support allows us to stay focused on our mission, and it's a pleasure to work alongside you, Omar, in support of our student success. And I want to thank you for bringing your leadership team. It's great to see your unified leadership team at ASI here today. Thank you so much. And one of the pleasant surprises of this morning was to see Chairman Emeritus of the CSU Board of Trustees, Lou Montville, who's here in the house. Lou, thank you for coming. It's great to see you. And to my cabinet who's out here at different tables, I want to say thank you for serving alongside me. We are indeed the lucky cabinet to serve at this important time in Fresno State's history. And last but not least, to my wife, Mary, who ran here after taking Jess to school, thank you very much for serving alongside me every day. I love you. I have a feeling that 2020 is going to be a very good year for all of us. So think about it for a minute. When you have the governor of California and several of his top advisors focusing on the Central Valley, and when the annual California Economic Summit is hosted right here in Fresno for the first time ever, as it was just a few months ago, and when the Public Policy Institute of California identifies our region as well positioned for great growth and opportunity, I would say that there are lots of positive signs that momentum is shifting our way and that the year will be bright. And why shouldn't we be optimistic about the future? For one, we collectively benefit from an incredibly talented and diverse workforce. In contrast with other regions around the country, that workforce is growing. And it's a particularly young population with more than 50% under the age of 30. And today, you could see, we enjoy access to abundant natural resources. You can see the beautiful Sierra today. To the grasslands and waterways, we are very blessed. And of course, I would be remiss in not mentioning that our family and friends benefit from a remarkable higher education ecosystem of community colleges, Fresno State, Fresno Pacific, and UC Merced. I would say the sky's the limit. What do you think? Just as important, we collectively agree that the success of our region is contingent on lifting all communities. This was emphasized throughout the Fresno Drive initiative, in which alumna Ashley Swearingen led, and so many of you in the room participated, as did Fresno State. It is our shared belief that a growing regional and state economy must be inclusive in order for it to be sustainable. And thank you. And by inclusive, I mean that every member of our community, regardless of location or demographics, enjoys the fruits of our growth, our education growth, civic growth, and economic growth. And this morning, our focus will rightly be on higher education, given that Fresno State is the oldest university in the region. But let's remember that the entire cradle-to-career trajectory is critical to our region's success. And I am thankful for the expanding partnerships that we have with the region's infant and preschool programs, K-12 schools, community colleges, and other public and private universities. And my thanks to all of our educational partners who are in the room today. And I want to ask our educational partners to please stand and be recognized. So anybody who's working in education, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your support. And of course, one last critical ingredient, a Central Valley community that stands with your university, Fresno State. So I want to ask all of our elected officials, including our honored tribal leaders and their staff, to please stand. Thank you so much, elected officials. Please stand. Thank you all for being here today and for your support. A student graduating from Fresno State increases economic opportunities for that individual and often for their family. And it also benefits all of us, given that over 80% of our graduates remain in the region to live, work, and lead. And in 2019, I'm happy to tell you, our graduation rates, a key area of focus for the university, continue to rise. And considering the completion rate of bachelor's degrees in our region is almost 30% lower than the state average, our concerted efforts to expedite degree completion remain imperative and are delivering good results. Demand for a Fresno State education has risen in recent years, which we can attribute to a growing college-going culture in our region, and the growing distinction and reputation of Fresno State, as evidenced by our rise in national rankings each year. On the flip side, however, of that demand, last year we were unable to admit thousands of local students who were CSU eligible due to inadequate state funding. So I ask you to join us in advocating for additional state support so that more Valley students who have worked so hard to earn the opportunity to obtain a Fresno State education are given that opportunity, and they will in turn benefit all of us and help to elevate our entire Central Valley. That was my first ask of you today. Last year, Fresno State awarded more than $250 million in financial aid to students in need. And about 80% of all students receive some form of financial aid. That's a wonderful thing. And more than half of the 6,000 students who graduated last year right here at St. Mark's Center received Pell Grants, meaning that they come from modest income households. Having been a Pell Grant and a Cal Grant B recipient myself while enrolled as an undergraduate student, I know that I would not have succeeded without this kind of financial support. And for thousands of talented students, this support makes the difference in charting exciting and productive futures. Among our rising rankings, one honor makes me especially proud because of what it says about both our students and the learning environments that we create for them. Fresno State was ranked 11th in the nation among more than 700 four-year colleges by Money Magazine for most transformative college. Thank you. And they describe transformative in Money Magazine as, quote, where students beat the odds by doing better than would be expected from their academic and economic backgrounds. So think about that for just a moment. In an era of spreading inequality and limited access to opportunities in so many places, we at Fresno State are helping talented and deserving students beat the odds. Thank you. And I'm proud to say that Fresno State excels in developing this new generation of leaders without significant debt. Now that's what I call bold. Since 1911, leaders past and present have shaped this university. And every year we have the opportunity to award the President's Medal of Distinction, which is the highest non-degree award presented by our university. It denotes achievements that are worthy of emulation. It is worn by individuals who inspire discovery, individuals who foster diversity, and those who live a life of distinction. Recipients over the years have woven their story of excellence indelibly into the Fresno State story, and they have strengthened our community immeasurably. Before I announce a recipient of the 2020 President's Medal of Distinction, I am pleased that 4 other medalists are here today. So I'd like to ask if the following medalists will please stand. Please hold your applause until their names have been called. California Supreme Court Judge Marvin Baxter. President of Horseman Financial and Insurance Services, John Horseman. Chairman Emeritus of Reese Foods, Fred Reese. And retired President and Publisher of the Fresno Bee and Chair Emeritus of the Fresno State Foundation Board of Governors, Ray Still. Thank you for being here with us today. And this year, I'm delighted to announce that Virginia Eaton has earned the right to wear this medal. And although Virginia is not able to join us this morning, it's a little bit early for her, we are honored to have her daughter with us. Joan, would you please come up to the stage to be with me? Thank you, Joan. Recently, we had the opportunity to recognize Virginia at our Fresno State Community Conversation held at the terraces at San Joaquin Gardens. And here she is wearing the Medal of Distinction along with Joan. Born in Fresno in 1923, Virginia is an inspiring trailblazer who leads an impressive and caring life. And after graduating from Fresno High School, she went on to receive an undergraduate degree in chemistry at Stanford University. And she also attended USC Medical School. I want you to hear this very carefully because this is so powerful. She was the only woman to graduate from the medical program in 1946 at the young age of 23. Amazing. During 50 years serving our community as a practicing pediatrician, she was known to be a true scientist and geneticist before her time. She enjoyed giving of her time to work in health clinics serving Native Americans and supports local healthcare institutions, Fresno State, University High School, and the arts. Virginia and her late husband, Lewis, have 2 ongoing scholarships at Fresno State that align with their passions. Business scholarships for students majoring in the Craig School of Business and a pre-med scholarship for deserving students preparing for a career in medicine. Please join me again in honoring Virginia Eaton's bold leadership and avid support of education and for her years of serving generations of children in our community. Please stay here for a minute. In this case, we can certainly say that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Joan, we are very proud of your mother, and we are very proud of you. Joan, as a Fresno native, you've earned a BA from Stanford University and an MBA and an MA, 2 of those from UCLA, before returning back home. Your careers in high school counseling and commercial banking evolved your interest in owning the Guarantee Corporations. And Guarantee Real Estate was founded in 1919 by a group of Fresno County investors, including Joan's grandfather, Edwin Eaton. And beginning in 1991, Joan served as the owner and broker for 22 years. We are grateful for your many contributions specific to meeting the needs of our students, Joan, including the Smitkamp Family Honors College, Craig School of Business, College of Arts and Humanities, the Student Cupboard, and athletics, humanics, and KFSR. So many ways that you've helped us. And I know that Joan loves to be a lecturer in our Craig School of Business. She tells me about that all the time, where she teaches business communications. We also deeply value your time, Joan, and your expertise on the Fresno State Foundation Board of Governors, and as a caring leader in our community, participating on numerous boards. Giving back is in Joan's nature. It was modeled by her parents, and you have discovered your own gracious way of doing the same. Friends, please stand and join me in honoring Joan Eaton with the 2020 President's Medal of Distinction. I know it's early in the morning, and we surprised Joan, but I'd like to ask her to share a few words if you're up for it. You okay, Joan?
I'm not sure I can do that. Well, I am flat-footed surprised, as my mother was earlier last week, and I am deeply honored, very deeply honored, and this is very, very special. Fresno State is such an important part of our entire region, and I just consider it a privilege to be a part of the Bulldog family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joan.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank Yeah, I need a drink of water after that. Thank you so much, Joan. It was a lovely last week at the terraces with Virginia, too. I just have to tell you again what a special occasion that was in front of her whole community there. And thank you, Paul, for helping us with the big surprises. Beyond our central role of educating the next generation of leaders, we must also prepare them to be career ready, to begin contributing to the Valley's success the moment that they graduate. Those graduates who remain in the region, and remember over 80% of them already are doing that, and who participated in paid internships and other in-the-field experiences as students, are often offered positions soon after graduating. And as you will soon hear, even before they graduate, and I know many of you are already doing this, through paid internships, they are able to focus on their studies while also earning experience and skills that empower them to add value on the job from day one. Such investments in our students are truly win-win for us all. Our students and alumni reflect the remarkable diversity of California, from ethnic and cultural to socioeconomic and political. And that diversity is increasingly valued by all of you in your companies and organizations. I know that because you've said that to me. You're seeking a rich variety of skills and perspectives in your employees. Employers around the state know that educated employees who have a wide variety of perspectives from their upbringing, who may speak more than one language, who are culturally attuned to the increasingly globalized economy and our society, those employees make greater contributions to the organization's success. And I'm sure that that's true for many organizations represented here today. You need team members who are skilled, strategic, creative, and culturally aware. And with that in mind, I have a question for all of you here today. Considering that more than 80% of Fresno State graduates remain in the region, and for many of our majors, it's even higher than that, what paid internships or other hands-on experience can you provide while they are students so that your organization can simultaneously lift up and benefit from these capable, so capable students? How can you partner with us to prepare students so that they will later meet the needs of your organization upon graduation? I ask you to consider this today and in the coming days. To demonstrate the power of organizations partnering with the university to prepare the future workforce, I'm going to focus on the success of employers and graduates in a few fields: in nursing, education, engineering, and agriculture. But while you hear these brief stories, I encourage you to consider all of our students from all the schools and colleges, regardless of field of study, who are acquiring analytical, communication, writing, and problem-solving skills, all of which are transferable skills, regardless of industry. With a shortage of primary care providers in the San Joaquin Valley, healthcare professionals are needed now more than ever to serve the health needs of our growing region. And I'm incredibly proud to say that our School of Nursing and the College of Health and Human Services consistently graduates hundreds of nursing leaders each year. In fact, the bachelor's degree program alone graduates an average of about 110 graduates per year. 100%, I want you to hear this, 100% of whom are currently employed and or have job placements in and around the San Joaquin Valley. Yeah. For example, while studying at Fresno State, Mong was heavily involved in the nursing program and took advantage of many opportunities to work with his peers and in the community. He gained real-world experience through a variety of internships at Valley Children's Hospital, thanks for being here, Todd, and the Central California VA, and through our community mobile health unit, a health clinic on wheels that exposed him to a wide array of populations in Fresno County, which lacked access to health care services. Mong credits the education he received at Fresno State for providing him the invaluable skills needed to prepare him to serve as a nurse in the San Joaquin Valley and beyond. Deanette Sisson recently offered her perspective as Chief Nursing Officer at St. Agnes. She says Fresno State nursing students are highly sought after, not only because our graduates are committed to the communities they serve, but also because they demonstrate strong critical thinking skills that are indispensable during the often quickly changing situations of their patients. From routine tasks to triage strategies, our nursing graduates excel in a variety of medical settings, including emergency rooms, medical surgery units, and the ICU. And I think it's safe to say that all of us have, at one time or another, experienced the critical role that nurses play in our lives. We each have stories of the way in which nurses combine skill and compassion to care for our loved ones. And like Mary and I, so many of us are forever thankful for our nurses. I am excited to share that we will prepare even more nurses in the future through a new program at our Visalia campus. Hey! In collaboration with College of Sequoias, I know they're in the house, Porterville College, and West Hills College, Lemoore. This fall, 2020, we will enroll the first group of registered nurses into our South Valley RN to BSN program with about 20 students. I want to thank our partners for helping us do that. Next, let's look at education, a cornerstone of our society and our democracy. According to the Learning Policy Institute, more than 4,000 new teachers are needed in California to reduce the student-teacher ratio to pre-recession levels. Here in the Valley, that need is even greater, particularly for teachers who are as diverse as the students that we teach, and who specialize in subjects such as math, science, and special education. And that's where Fresno State steps up and steps in. The Kremen School of Education and Human Development prepares more K-12 teachers than any other public university in all of California. Way to go, Kremen School. And Jeff Copeland is a great example of a student who benefited from hands-on learning outside the classroom. While majoring in history at Fresno State, Jeff also tutored math to high school students as part of our Teaching Fellows program. I know they're in the house too, through our Kremen School. The gratifying experience of tutoring and also coaching basketball motivated him to pursue a teaching credential immediately after obtaining his bachelor's degree. And while student teaching in Fresno Unified School District, and I know they're in the house, Jeff was granted a full-time teaching position. He now teaches approximately 150 students per day at Sequoia Middle School. Preparing future teachers like Jeff to educate our children is something that we take very seriously. And we are so proud of him and all of our graduates of the Kremen School. Dr. Teresa Morales Young, who is responsible for teacher development at Fresno Unified, has this to say about the advantage our students have by being placed in a class on day one of their teacher residency.
Fresno Unified loves its Fresno State graduates. We know that they are the most highly prepared student teachers in our system, and they are highly requested by our principals. Part of that confidence that we have in our graduates is that they have been prepared by two institutions working together. We have the expertise by the university professors, but also we have our own staff members working side by side in a co-teaching model during their coursework. So we know that not only do they have the expertise of the university, but they have the Fresno Unified lens. And they have that lens because the university has taken the time to listen to our needs and include us in teacher preparation.
Thank you, Teresa. Teresa is also an alumna of Fresno State. Another area of expanded need in our region and throughout the country is in engineering. And in fact, in 2016, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projected a need for 140,000 new engineering jobs by 2026, with a median annual wage of $91,000. To address that need, the Lyles College of Engineering has awarded more than 1,200 engineering and construction management degrees over the past 5 years alone. And additionally, thanks to innovative partnerships with so many of the companies right here today and others not here, students are able to participate in internships and consequently receive a rich, well-rounded educational experience. Many of those students receive top job offers even before they graduate from Fresno State. For example, while working on a dual degree in civil engineering and geomatics engineering, Annalisa Gonzalez had the good fortune of participating in 2 paid internships as a survey technician with engineering firms. Annalisa is now a land surveyor with Blair, Church, and Flynn in Clovis, with 5 years of professional experience.
By allowing us to get those internships and allowing students to get the internship, it only prepares them better to be a better asset to your company, and it allows you to invest in the future, I guess would be like the best way to put it. I don't think I'd be where I was today if I didn't have those internships. And I think if there's ever a student on the fence and not sure if they wanted to continue or maybe they were having doubts, giving a student that internship could make a world of difference. And I think ultimately it just kind of cements the education that you're getting and ties everything together really well. And it makes you appreciate and it gave me more of a drive and a hunger to graduate because I was able to see what I was going to be doing.
It's always great to hear how our alumni are succeeding. And incidentally, as a child, Annalisa used to shadow her father, who was also a land surveyor while he worked. So he must be very proud of her. That's wonderful. Adam Holt is a proud alumnus of our Craig School of Business and Chief Financial Officer at Blair, Church, and Flynn. Dozens of Fresno State students intern or are hired by his firm each and every year. And here is what Adam says about the value of internships for our students and his business. What a testament to our talented students. I'm sorry, let me pause here. We'll let you read this slide. What a testament to our talented students and graduates that we get to hear this feedback. I want to thank all the companies who partner with our Lyles College of Engineering and its Valley Industry Partnership for Cooperative Education Program to provide students with high-quality internships. I also appreciate Reedley College and UC Merced, who are exploring with us innovative ways to expand our reach in educating and graduating more engineers. Thank you very much. And last but not least, we turn to agriculture. After decades of decline, world hunger has been rising, since 2015. In fact, according to the United Nations, hunger and malnutrition are the #1 health risk worldwide. As multiple factors continue to increase demand on the global food supply, agriculture will need to be nimble, to continue being nimble, to keep pace with that need. And with Fresno State now ranked again as the #1 ag county in the nation, and several other valley counties very close behind, our region indeed feeds the entire world. And Fresno State is leading the way in incorporating the latest research and technology. The Jordan College of Agricultural Sciences and Technology, along with government and industry partnerships in water, energy, and technology, are helping to shape the future of efficient and sustainable agriculture and natural resource management. Industry partnerships also ensure that our students have access to the latest technology. In addition, our one-of-a-kind 1,000-acre university farm laboratory provides students with project-based learning that isn't obtained anywhere else through textbooks or classroom lectures. And the farm, along with our library, form the beating heart of Fresno State. Many of you know Ryan Jacobson, the CEO and Executive Director of the Fresno County Farm Bureau. Having graduated from Fresno State with a master's degree in business administration and a bachelor's degree in animal science, he speaks about the value in the field experiences as a student. And from an employer's perspective, Richard Machado, president of Agrian, is enthusiastic about the fact that approximately a third of their 150 employees, including himself and CEO Nish Majarian, are proud Fresno State alumni. And you may know that Agrian manages agricultural data around the world, including for many California-based companies and large international firms such as John Deere. Let's listen to Richard and also Scott Moorhead, who graduated from Fresno State with a degree in plant science and now works at Agrian as well.
Agrian was very flexible, and that was great for me because with these lab component classes, every Monday through Thursday I had a lab from like 1 to 3 p.m. or 3 to 5 or whatever it was. And being able to pop by and work for 2 hours in between classes and then go back to school was great because it was a paid internship, which are hard to find. And it was related to my field of study. Just having that meld of production ag and technology was a really good fit for a young guy coming out of college.
Fresno State provides us with a tremendous resource, both from engineering area where we can find qualified good developers to graduates who have come from the agricultural side, which helps us in the implementation to our field, so that when our support team is working with our end user, they're not just some young technology person, they're a person rooted in agriculture with technology skills. I don't think that we could have built this company in this area without the university as a resource for us.
Thank you, Richard. I know Richard's here today. Thank you, Richard. The importance of agriculture in feeding our world and our regional economy cannot be overstated. And as the first Fresno State president born and raised in this valley, I am especially thankful for our farming families, their employees, and related businesses who are here today and play such a critical role in supporting Fresno State. Thanks to all of you. So today we've focused on nursing, education, engineering, and agriculture. But when you consider that Fresno State has 8 prestigious colleges and schools offering some 70 undergraduate degree programs, not to mention excellent master's and doctoral programs, there are literally thousands of talented and eager students who would love to work with your organization to gain experience and insights in real-world settings. And in turn, you would benefit from building a robust pathway of future employees who are ready to add value to your organization immediately after they obtain their degree. So I encourage you to take the printed State of the University publication that is at your table and to see the contact information for university representatives who can facilitate paid internship opportunities or other ways that you can meaningfully support the university. And speaking of leaders, alumnus and former U.S. Secretary of the Treasury, Paul O'Neill, his signature is on a lot of dollar bills. He wrote me a letter last month that I will never forget. He shared with me that his transformative experience as a Fresno State student established the foundation for everything in his life, for all of his professional success. He included in his letter the names of faculty who mentored him and who paved the way for a fellowship at Claremont Graduate School. Secretary O'Neill closed the letter by thanking me for serving as president and wishing me well in such a humble way. And on the top of his letter was a brief note written by his son, Paul O'Neill Jr., saying that his father wished to provide a gift to his alma mater. I am pleased to announce today that Secretary O'Neill has made a $1 million transformative gift to the President's Circle of Excellence. Please join me in thanking Secretary O'Neill. I think you could hear that from Pittsburgh. Thank you. Talent exists in every California household. I ask you today to continue helping us to unleash the talent at Fresno State and prepare a new generation of bold leaders. And as we work together to develop more leaders, our valley and state will become a more prosperous place where all can thrive. We all have a Fresno State story like Secretary O'Neill's. In fact, there are 25,000 student stories being written right now, thanks to our faculty and staff and all of you. And in closing, I'm well aware that occasions like this, when we are together, are special and that tomorrows are not guaranteed. I'm thinking now of the friends and family who were with us a year ago who are not physically with us today. And in that spirit, Mary and I want to thank you for being so supportive of us and Fresno State during good and challenging times. And we are grateful to serve at home along with you. For the reasons I've described today, and many, many more, the state of our 109-year-old public university is stronger than ever, and we are undoubtedly on the rise. With your continued support, I know that our best and our boldest days at Fresno State and in California are yet to come. Thank you. God bless. Have a great rest of the day, and go Dogs! Thank you.